everybody, it's ALAC here, and welcome to Dragon Age the Veilguard episode 29. We're going to talk to some companions and then figure out what mission we're going to do.
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davron, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
The two of you together. This looks like trouble.
The beginnings of it, we hope.
That piece of cloth I tore off the Gloom Howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else.
Corypheus!
Deathsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word. For covenant. Like a promise. Or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow, then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and Warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
So, a warden that somehow got corrupted like Corypheus, I'm assuming? We have a lead. It's worse than I thought. Well, we have a lead.
I know this is bad, but it means we have a lead.
Yes, but one that points within.
If Weishaupt knew about it, they never told me. Something
Why
else
would
is
they?
going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmerich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
So to some degree, I called it. Because Corypheus was also held within a warden prison and stuff, and was bloodbound or something. I can't really remember all that well. Oh, Harding needs to see us. Oh, and Lucanus and Valera are together. Let's see what they're up to. But I called it. If that's the case, I called it.
Not a bad view.
Nope. It's pretty interesting, the things we see here.
Bathing in blood? Using it to restore your life force? That's pretty bad, even for a Magister.
That's just being a Venatori. To them, the only difference between a vial of lyrium and a living person is that lyrium is valuable.
Right. Like I said, pretty bad, even for a Magister.
Alright, let's see what Lace wants. It's so hard to, remember her first name is Lace and not Harding, because all throughout Inquisition, she was just Scout Harding.
You're still working?
Just finishing some things up. You know you're being creepy, right?
I was gonna say, I look creepy.
Why are you watching me?
Because you haven't been sleeping, and I wanted to figure out why.
Oh, right. I have dreams now. When I go to sleep, I mean.
I thought dwarves didn't dream.
Solus used the dagger to rip the dreams from the Titans. Maybe when I touched it, the dreams came back?
She was reconnected.
It's Unnerving? It's like my mind's telling a story to itself and is really bad at it.
Sometimes I have these dreams where I'm naked.
What?
And I have to make a speech or go to battle, and I have no pants on. It's distressing.
Yeah, that would be. I haven't had that particular dream. These days, I just dream I'm being chased, hunted. There's something that glows red, just out of my sight, and I know it's gonna get me, but I don't know how I know.
You considered having a stiff drink? Or two?
Yeah, you can keep your whiskey. Thanks for the laugh, by the way.
Oh, anytime.
And now, I'm gonna get some sleep and hope the dreams are safe.
Good luck.
I can only imagine never having a dream or ever experiencing a dream, and then all of a sudden having crazy dreams. I can't even Emion John. Alright, let's go see if we can do this crossroad. Let us have some of him. Okay, yeah. I was having a discussing with my husband what Harding's faction was. It was Inquisition. Because I was like, I feel like there's 7, but why can I only remember 6? Alright. Anyway. Moving on. Just random thought that came up in my head. Does this have a new thing for us? Nope. No. So we're gonna... Did I read this? This place is amazing. June's normal Luvian function with twines, layer, and fragments. One leads to another solo summit. I've read that. It's another song. Filiason.
Places between.
Do, do, do. Oh, is this the... Okay. I know exactly.
On your right.
Pro kill!
We're in the clear.
Any treasure? No, not treasure.
Hey, Lucanus, are there non-binary crows?
Sure. Lots of them.
Do they still get capes?
Of course. Why wouldn't they get capes?
I don't know. People do stupid gender stuff. Only men can wear this, only women wear that.
Not in Antiva. The only rule is that you must have style.
Good.
Oh, I love some of the banter. I was a little worried with the lack of certain other banters that there wasn't gonna be.
I will grant that this site is impressive, and these ruins feel different than some of the others.
Is there... Ah. Face that way. Huh, maybe. Okay. This place used to be full of spirits who flocked to Solus's cause. When his ritual went wrong, when everything went wrong, he vanished, and the spirits stopped coming. Where are you, my friend? You stopped at Evanur's, but broke the world. Please tell me you didn't leave me to fix this all alone. Interesting.
It's another of those statuettes. The memory fragments.
And it's unguarded?
Little too easy. I don't like it.
Ambush!
On Tom, assholes. Here comes the trouble.
Time to work! Save a little for the rest of us, bro.
Coming at range. Got it. Say the thing. What'd I tell you? Trap. Statue wasn't even real.
You were right, Tosh. But if the fade is mostly reflections of something else, the real one could be close.
I knew it! Victory is mine. Shits and giggles, let's go over here. So it's over here. Oh, there it is. No. God damn it.
And another Fenarel altar.
Yeah, you're probably on the other side of that bridge that I can't get to quite yet. But I'll activate you anyway. And we'll run this way. Go across. Why is it raining fire? What in the world? Whatever. It's the fade. Crazy crap happens.
Break through! The Antom are trying to cut us off.
Let them try!
I wonder if I picked Shinari, I could understand what they're saying. Okay. So, yeah. Crystal.
There. I'd say that's where we're headed.
Targets ahead. End this!
They're dead now.
You can tell this statuette is the real thing, a memory fragment, and not just because it was very well guarded.
I think we're gonna go check out what that memory is about, because that would be interesting. What is... Oh, I wonder if that last one can't be done until I do the last memory, maybe, and I can't reveal the last revenant to get the last thing to get that other thing. The things for the things and the things, you know? Maybe that's why it's not working. Alright. Let's view the regret. Oh, we get to find out what happened! At the end of Inquisition when he touched, Flemis's
I
head.
knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the elven people? They deserve it.
The elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
Every big mistake Solus made is tied to Mythal. He sacrificed his life as a spirit to join her.
He sacrificed his morals when he created the dagger to stop the Titans.
When the other gods struck her down, he destroyed the Elven Empire to avenge her.
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything's gone but his mistakes. And there she is, alive.
And after all he's done, she sides against him again.
All these mistakes are his fault. And hers too. If she won't help him fix the world, of course he has to kill her.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mithal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mithal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
The bad news is that the god of lies and trickery is almost definitely preparing to betray us. The good news is that we've gone through his dirty laundry.
So, we know his motivations. You think we can set a trap of our own?
That's the hope.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
It's gotta be Mithal. Oh, Morrigan? Oh. Hold on. Before we go do that, does anyone need to talk to us? Okay, we got a couple people that need to talk to us. I was expecting her mother. Oh, but she's wearing the thing. Remember I said she's got the thing that Mithal wears? I wonder...
I can't believe you're asking for a favor as though nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Sorry. Didn't know you two were in the middle
Rook!
of...
Excellent. Come in. We could use a second sober voice.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
It's a figure of speech.
Huh. I was wondering when this had happened.
I don't follow.
You two didn't seem to be bonding.
I need one of these little needle things to dig some crap out of my armor. Death Mage won't give me one.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emric. Tash, my name is Emric, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn? What have I done to you, Tash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make them move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong, and none of it is okay.
Oh.
Especially the ones with skin still on them.
So what I'm hearing is, Tosh isn't into terrifying dark magic.
It's not all terrifying.
And Emric would appreciate not being bullied and called names.
Ugh. Fine.
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Tosh. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
Okay. Sorry I called you a liker. Skull liker.
I know what she was gonna say. Ooh, that's a good idea. do we learn from the things we don't like and understand, or do we just talk about, let's go with that.
You two could still learn things together you'd never find out alone. Emmerich, you clearly find talking about dragons boring.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
Aren't you curious why Tarsh likes them as much as you like necromancy?
The question crossed my mind.
And maybe Emmerich could help demystify magic, Tarsh.
Maybe he could share a little, so I know how to deal with walking corpses next time I'm in an old ruin.
I'd be happy to.
Thought you might be.
See, people can dislike things other people enjoy and still have, a respectful conversation. People don't know unless you tell them if something bothers you. And, you can meet that with kindness and say, hey, I know this is a topic you're really passionate about, but, it's not as interesting for me, or it's something that makes me really uncomfortable. You just gotta say it nicely. Not everybody's a mind reader. No one's gonna know and understand unless you talk to them. And if you are aggressive towards them, obviously they're not gonna want to understand where you're coming from. So if you talk with, caring and, reasonability, things don't have to be an argument if it's different from your stuff. Just saying.
Meet me in Ravane? I've got sparring practice with the lords, and I could use the sea air. So could you.
That sounds quite nice.
All right, then. I'll see you soon.
Okay. A bond rekindled. Okay. Alright, what else we got going on? Well, Lucanus and Emmerich are hanging out. Not Lucanus and... Oh my god. Lucanus and Davrin with Hassan. I am saying all the wrong things. Whee! Yeah, and we'll go meet Morgan in a second.
Davrin, what else are the wardens hiding in their cauldron?
I don't know. Never seen the place.
I was wondering what they were gonna say.
Wardens were hiding archdemon blood so easily.
Okay.
Could this...
Let's go see Morgan. Because I got some questions. We haven't brought Harding in a while. Let's bring Harding. I'm gonna try to have Lucanus and then cycle through everybody else.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Alluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Alluvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine.
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
I knew it. If you've played all of the games, you would know. Because, you know, in Origins, you could kill Flemeth, but Flemeth comes back in Dragon Age 2 because Hawk brings the amulet to the Dalish, and the Dalish Mara performs the rite. And Flemeth is in Inquisition because, you know, perform the rite. Morrigan is Flemeth's daughter in Link to Mythal. So it's, you know, it makes how complicated.
Assuming you are who you say you are, how much is a fourth elven god gonna complicate things?
Only as much as you may allow.
Like I said, the thing.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillinan can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillinan or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillinan, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mathal's and of those who bore her.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mathal.
I am not Mathal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mathal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way, but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mathal, I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mathal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
You have been thrust into the lives of gods. Fate will have its way, whether or without our permission.
Even more comforting, Morrigan.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mathal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mathal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mathal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
All of that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mathal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mathal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mathal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
You would know this aspect of Mathal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Should we try that? We got 20 minutes. We'll do a quick save. We'll do a quick save and check this out. Interesting, you know.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
Hence why I saved.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
That is just insane. No way to get up here. Probably.
That has to be her.
Will this be a conversation with words or knives?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanurus, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world, and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case. and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganon and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Alright,
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus, even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home, because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough.
oof.
Let us speak of something else.
Okay. Okay.
Solus is helping me.
Solus is using you. Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolf's approbation? He rebelled against me.
But the two of you stayed close.
Until he killed the tattered fragment of me who hid inside the human swamp witch and wept. He keeps me here, yet has not visited since waking from his slumber. Tell me this. What should I have done when Solus turned against me after all we had been to one another?
That's petty. Ooh. Forgotten him or respected him? Maybe respect, because what he was doing was he was trying to do the right thing, and maybe she'll respect that?
Maybe you should have listened when he warned you about staying on as rulers after the war.
Are you saying I was wrong?
You asked
Damn
me
it.
what you should have done. I can't prove my worth by lying to you. Solus didn't want to manifest a physical body or destroy the Titans. He did things he hated because he cared about you. Supporting you and Elganon becoming rulers was the one line he wouldn't cross. If someone who followed you everywhere refused to follow you there, what does that say?
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Okay, she didn't seem to hate that.
You can't want Elganon and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook.
Yes!
I spent thousands of years watching. I shall
Oh,
miss
I'm
that.
so worried I fucked that last one up.
But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty,
Yes.
this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure Fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by Elganon and Gillenane. Find it, and when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
Oof, I am so glad I asked Morgan all
The
those questions.
essence of a god. Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
A great prize. But how do we use it?
God knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready. We did it. We got Mythal's essence.
A fragment of Mythal found the team worthy of her power and willingly surrendered her essence. That power now rests safely with the team, ready for when they find a way to use it to stop Elganon and Gillenane or any other god who might strike.
She was willing to talk after all.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Dang it. Dang it. Oh, I was so glad that worked out well. Let's see, what's down here? Can we go down here? Okay. I'm just glad I, like, listened to Morgan because... Whew, I was a little nervous. Okay, there. So that would be helpful. I'm sure because I had her help me willingly, it'll be even better. Awesome. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay. What's this one? That is still the one I just am stumped on, and I'm not going to worry about that one today. I am going to go to the lighthouse. And stop and save here because, whoo boy, yeah, we're getting close to our hour mark. But where is everybody? Yeah. But that was pretty interesting.
Hey, Davrin. The Gloomhowler wants to blight all the griffins?
Looks that way.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna get him back.
Thanks, Tosh.
Yeah, that was... I kind of called it about the Mythal thing because she was wearing... Morgan was wearing her thing. So, let's see. Haunting, restless dreams. That's the Blackstone. I'm just looking at what missions we have. Grey Warden. The Bond of Rekindling. Okay. Docktown. And this is what, the Crows? Let's see. What do I want to do? I think, because I've done a little bit of everybody, I think we should go here. We'll take Lucanus and Nev with us. And we'll start the next episode here. So I remembered that I was doing missions here. Because I am a goober. Let's see, what missions do we have here? What's this? Find the Darkspawn. Okay. Ooh, I need to get that demon, so maybe we'll start with that, and then we'll work on the Darkspawn. Yeah. I gotta figure out where the, whatchamacallit, the shadow dragons are, so I can sell some stuff to make them strong, but I don't know if I can do that yet, but we'll try. But anyway, we'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe, and do all the things, and have a great day. Bye!